Well, hello! Moi, moi, moi! Welcome to the Magical Mystery School, and thank you so much for coming back. And we're doing Symbols of the Tarot, class number 8. And remember to like and subscribe and all that good stuff. And we're going to be doing the Tarot Key 7, the Chariot, today. And it's jam packed full of information, so I think we'll just have time to do the one. So, where are we on the Fool's Journey here? Well, remember, I just want to review that the Fool's Journey is growth in consciousness. Don't think it's so much of as a person or something like that. And the other thing, too, with these classes, it's not, even though I'm presenting them in a linear format, just remember that consciousness works in circles, consciousness works in layers. So we are going to be going back and forth, back and forth. So just keep that in mind too. And the symbols in these cards, remember that they can be transposed to a lot of different places, readings, even kind of keep your eye out for it in advertisements and stuff like that. It's pretty interesting. Well, you'll start to see these symbols. I mean, just simply, red is passion. I think we can all identify with that pretty well. And if you're starting to get a feeling like, I think I know this stuff, or I've heard this, or that's that deep knowing, because these symbols are universal. Many of them cross cultures, so just be prepared. You may be remembering something from a past life, or from something you learned when you were a child. So anyway, I'm going to put you on pause. Okay, the Chariot. So when we're looking at the Chariot, where are we on this Fool's Journey? Well, we're at that stage, and that's just a stand-in for me. I don't know how long you'll be able to stay here, but now we've gone through, we've learned about our 3 levels of consciousness: super, key 1, magician, key 3 or 2, the high priestess, self-conscious, subconscious, and we've had our family. The high priest, the empress is the mother, the emperor's the father. We've gone to school with the Hierophant. We've developed relationships with the lovers. But now we're out here in the world, and we're just running around this open plain outside these walls here with the city behind. And what we're doing here is developing our personality, trying out different things and all that kind of stuff. I almost kind of think of this as like a person who's just got their driver's license, and they're out driving around and trying to figure out how to be an adult, basically. So when we look at this, though, we see, let's just start getting some of the details down now. We've got the houses and the structures behind, and those houses are reminiscent of the magician, because remember, one of the words for the magician is house. Remember, he's got this arbor over here, so that's referring to that house type structure. And then the windows in all these structures are referring as well. We're going to have to say bye. We're going to look at the emperor is for windows, because he's looking out at his empire, basically. So when we see those structures with windows, we're also seeing the magician and the emperor. There's also this wall back here, but don't think of this wall as like blocking something out. Think of it more as protection. So this charioteer here, he's running around out here. He's having a great time. He doesn't have to worry about anything, really. He's in control. And one of the things that popped out to me that was one of the most interesting things about the Chariot is, do you notice his reins for his Sphinx are invisible? And so basically, one of the big ideas for the Chariot is that he can control where he's doing his own development of his personality just by using his thoughts, the thoughts in his mind. And just kind of like with our magician, as above, so below. So those thoughts can be invisible, right? Of course. So let's see. So he can control his direction simply by his thoughts. Okay, some other things about the Chariot is just a reminder. It's the card for, or the key for Cancer the crab, and there's the glyph for Cancer. And so we're going to see a lot of Cancerian type things. Remember, it's cardinal water. The moon rules Cancer, so that's why we're seeing those moons on his shoulders here, and that's the high priestess. Remember, she rules the moon. And then the Jupiter is exalted in Cancer, and here's kind of like I was talking about with that going in circles. So the Cancer key is the Wheel of Fortune, and that's symbolized by the wheels on his chariot. So he's moving on that Wheel of Fortune, which we'll talk about more later. But remember also that Cancer is also the color for that, and for the Chariot is orange. And if you're interested in musical notes, the note is D sharp. And also, Cancer rules the chest, and notice he's got this really nice breastplate on, and you can actually see the ribs in the breastplate. And that's another thing that Cancer rules, are those ribs, because the ribs are actually protecting the lungs and the heart and that type of thing. Another thing that the key 7 is, it's ruled by the Hebrew letter Cheth, and I'm always, whenever I say these foreign language words, letters, or whatever, bear with me. I'm sure I'm not doing them justice for sure. But that rules speech. And this is not so much like what you say as how you say it. You know, are you harsh? Are you gentle? And that kind of refers to me, too, as this running around the field of 3D experience, trying on different types of personalities and attributes. And it's the same thing with your voice. You can change your voice. You can make it softer, you can make it louder, you can do all sorts of things. And it also, again, refers back to this silent voice, the voice in your head that's manipulating these invisible reins here, basically. Okay, now what else do we see here? Oh, we see the trees back here, so that's reminiscent, and that's what you'll see. You'll see the repetition of different ideas. So my focus is doing okay. The trees are, the abundance of the Empress, and she's out in nature, and so everything behind the walls are the urban areas, and this is the more the world of nature out here. And here we've got this stream, and here that's that stream of consciousness, that substance, that plasma, that stuff before it's turned into form, that with the magician we can stimulate that subconsciousness and create things. Okay, we've got the gray for the Chariot, and we see the gray throughout. Remember, gray is always going to symbolize the union of opposites, because whenever you put opposite colors together, like red and green, blue and orange, purple and yellow, you're going to get gray. So that's showing a unity there. And the cube, as we'll see the cube repeated in different forms too in these cards, is a very perfect, simple element in the, for us to, symbol for us to understand that it produces and provokes in us. And now you'll see that there's 4 pillars on the Chariot, and it's holding up the celestial skies. And these 4 pillars are representing our 4 elements, so earth, air, fire, and water. And just note that these pillars, it's not one way. It's up and down, back and forth. So even though we think of everything coming from above down, it also goes back up. So because remember, like I said, the personality is just one way that super consciousness, universal consciousness, whatever you want to think about it, is experiencing this beautiful planet of ours. Um, Now there's this shield down here on the chariot, and again, wherever we see shields, we're thinking of protection throughout the tarot. And this is actually a Hindu symbol of the, here I go again, the ligum and the yoni. And I'll let you guys, you can sort out what those mean. It's basically feminine, horizontal, and it's almost kind of like a cup like, and vertical, the masculine. And just remember, when I'm talking about this, masculine is considered positive, feminine negative, but that's also referring to positives as in giving and negative as in receiving. So that's all in the, all swept up into this one symbol here. And then we have this Egyptian symbol above the shield, which has this yellow globe on it, which again is referring us back to the magician. The yellow color is Mercury's color. And then it's got the wings on either side. And wings are always telling us about aspiration. We want to go higher, higher, higher. So when you see that kind of thing, put that into your interpretation there. And it's blue. So again, wherever we're seeing those blues, we're thinking subconsciousness, basically. And let me just go right to the scepter here, because here again we're seeing a blue scepter rod with a yellow jewel or something at the top there. And a scepter is telling us that this is something that we have dominion over, that we have power over, that kind of thing. And again, the yellow is our self-consciousness, going down into this blue subconsciousness. So we do have the power to keep this self-consciousness, to clean up, because it's kind of like almost like a filter. I think of that's filtering information going up and down, basically. Okay, let's see, what else? Oh, and his hair is reminiscent of, he's got yellow hair with that green wreath. So there we see that again repeated. And that yellow hair is showing the radiance of life, being enthusiastic about life, taking it all in. And the green wreath is the plant kingdom, knowing that we've evolved up and up and up from plants on up. Okay, let's see. Oh, and another thing you're going to be seeing repeated is this this triangle. I think I've pointed that out before. Is that you're going to see this in tarot with a kind of a higher element going down to a third to two below. So you're going to see that triangle repeated in different cards throughout. And the Sphinx themselves, now they are black and white, and that's reminiscent of this black and white for the pillars here, as well as, feminine is that black receptivity, white is the positive masculine energy. And in the older tarots, you would see this a lot as horses. And notice how this one's on different sides. I don't know, this is that Marseille deck, this Renaissance deck, but you can kind of see how it was a forerunner for these Rider-Waite-Smith tarot cards. Okay, I'm going to just put you on pause for a second. Okay, so we're back to I think I got all the symbols I'm going to go over, but just remember that this card is about developing your personality. Because remember, spirit is experiencing itself through you, okay? So the things that you experience, the beauties, the fun, the joy that you have on this earth plane is getting sent right back up to the universal consciousness. So be sure to get into that stream of consciousness. And how do you do that? Well, there's lots of different ways you can do that. You can, the first thing is just body work, okay? Breathing, walking, exercise. And what you want to do during those times, or maybe even just taking a shower, take something that you're already doing and just enhance that. So when you're in the shower, instead of thinking about what you've got to do today and what happened yesterday, just take, 15, 20 seconds. Abraham Hicks says it only takes 17 seconds to get into the stream, to just quiet your mind, feel the water, feel the warmth, feel how good your skin feels, that kind of thing. Just do that literally for 17 seconds, and that will help to get your mind still and quiet, because that's where you need to be. And who's the master of that these days is Eckhart Tolle and his The Power of Now and that kind of thing, about being quiet and about how important that is. So you want to get, and that's all getting into that receptive frame of mind, like Abraham, I think, calls it the state of allowing, to be in your life right now and know that everything you're experiencing is part of the universal consciousness, and it's just right exactly the way it is, no matter how messed up it may seem at the time. Some other things you can do, I like the tapping. I like the physical things. There's tapping you can do. That's why I like walking so much when I need to clear my mind. And I've done guided meditations for years, and self-hypnosis, that sort of thing, that can really help to, help you clear up this filter that you have here, so that you can manifest things more cleanly, more clearly. And of course, you just have to work. If you've got trauma in your life, you just have to do the work. There's no way around that. So anyway, I think I've hit on everything there. So in the next class, we'll go over key 8 for sure, maybe 9. We'll see how it goes. And this one was jam-packed full of info. So thank you guys so much for being here. Oh, and this is somebody else telling me I should be doing this too. Entertainment only. Is this not entertainment? Anyway, just remember, everybody, from there to here, from here to there, funny things are everywhere. Love you guys. Bye.